Hi everyone, it's Amber from The Sensible Mama. Today is 5 Ways Wednesday, and today what I thought I'd do is show you my 5 favorite ways to pack up my cloth diapering gear and different accessories to help keep my diaper bag nice and organized. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you've probably seen me pack each one of these accessories up with cloth diapering gear, but I've never actually sat down and done a video just where you could see how cloth diapering stuff goes into each one of these bags. So this is a requested video. I've had people ask me to do this for a while, so I thought I'd go ahead and take a stab at it. So let's go ahead and get right to it. Alright, so the first way that I want to show you is in the Jujubee Be Organized large piece. This is probably my favorite way for packing with cloth diapering just because this is so big and you can fit so much stuff in there. So I'm going to be showing you the same things in each one of these ways because this is just what I tend to keep with me when I'm out for cloth diapering, but I just want to show you how they pack up in these different accessories. So here I have my cloth diaper compliant Grovia diaper balm. This is for diaper rash if it shows up. I also have some baby powder. I'm able to fit a large size Smart Bottoms wet bag in here. This thing is enormous, and when it's all folded up, it fits just fine in the large Be Organized piece. Now I wanted to show you the difference between packing a thin diaper like Smart Bottoms versus a thick diaper like Grovia. In the large Be Organized piece, I can really only fit about one thick pocket diaper or all-in-one diaper like Grovia. But if you happen to use thinner diapers like Smart Bottoms, you can actually fit 2 in there. So packed in the Be Organized, I would be able to keep 4 skinny diapers like Smart Bottoms, or maybe only 2 of the thicker diapers like Rumparoos or Grovia. I have this packed pretty full because I was kind of packing this up for a longer day out. I do have a toddler, which means we have less diaper changes than before, so I can get away with 2 to 3 cloth diapers instead of, you know, like 4 or 5, the way that you might need for a smaller baby. So because I have this packed up so full, I don't actually have a change pad packed in here. I would just be keeping that separately inside of my diaper bag since there's just no way to get it to fit inside the large Be Organized piece with this many diapers and a wet bag. I should also point out that in the large Be Organized piece, if you take out 1 diaper, so I had 3 diapers in here, but if I remove 1 and just keep 2 diapers in here, I am still able to get a wet bag in here as well as a wipe pouch with wipes. So usually if I need to carry more diapers with me, I will put my wipes down in my diaper bag somewhere, but if I need only, 2 diapers, I will go ahead and put my wipe pouch in the large Be Organized piece, and it fits just fine even when I put my powder and diaper rash cream in there as well. Alright, way number 2 is packing for cloth diapers inside of a Jujubee medium Be Organized piece, and I'm doing this as a point of comparison so you can see what all you can fit in the medium piece compared to the large piece. I definitely don't use this way very often just because you can't fit as much in here. But I do like using this when I have more of a boxy style diaper bag like my Lily Jade Megan, just because this fits really nicely in there. You just have to be out on a day where you don't need a whole lot of diapers. So I am still able to fit my powder and my diaper rash cream here on the top. When I use the medium piece, I am definitely not able to keep a large wet bag like I had in the large Be Organized piece. But the great thing is that Jujubee offers their own wet bag called the Be Dry, and it is so skinny and so thin line that you can actually roll this up or fold it up however you want to, and it does fit inside that medium set piece really, really well. So if you have a light day and you don't need a really big wet bag, the Jujubee Be Dry is perfect for that, and it fits just great inside of this piece. The only diapers that I will pack in the medium Be Organized piece are the Smart Bottom diapers, just because not only are they really thin, but they're also very flexible, and I can roll them up really small so that I can fit 2 of them in here. So as you can see, I have 1 Smart Bottom diaper. These are the all-in-ones. So I have 1 and then 2 sitting right here like that. Just kind of, I don't know, rolled over in half, I suppose. If I wanted to use thicker diapers like the Grovia or Rumparoos diapers, look, I can really only fit 1 diaper in there if it's already stuffed. And it's going to be much harder to get my other things in there and still zip it. So with a thick diaper, the medium Be Organized piece is definitely not my favorite. But if you have really skinny cloth diapers that you can fold or stack on top of each other and they don't take up a lot of space, then this can actually be really great, especially if you have a thin wet bag like the Jujubee Be Dry. The next way that I want to show you is with a Jujubee Be Quick. You've probably seen this the most often in my videos just because this is absolutely my favorite way to pack up my cloth diapering gear. You'd really be surprised how much stuff you can fit inside of a Be Quick, even when you're cloth diapering. So I usually would not pack up a Be Quick as full as this one is, but I really wanted to show you guys that even if you're the kind of person who prefers the big fluffy cloth diapers like Grovia and Rumparoos and others like them, you can still fit those really nicely inside of a Be Quick. So you can see here that I actually have one Grovia cloth diaper, which is by far the thickest one that I have in my collection. And I also have a Rumparoos cloth diaper from Kangacare and one of the Tokidoki prints. And both of these really thick, already stuffed cloth diapers do fit inside of the Be Quick. In there, I still am able to keep my wipe pouch. So I have my wipes right there with me inside of my Be Quick for whenever I need them. I also have my baby powder. And then in the internal zipper pocket of the Be Quick is where I am keeping my wet bag. And again, with those really thick diapers, you can't pack a big wet bag in here, but you can really easily get the Jujubee Be Dry in there, and it fits even better if you decide to put it inside the internal zipper, just because that really helps to compress it and keep it from expanding and taking up more space in your Be Quick than you need it to. The only thing that I was not able to fit in here that I had in my Be Organized piece was my diaper balm. And the thing is, if I really needed this with me, I could definitely go with a thinner diaper instead of these two thick ones that I packed, and this would then fit in there. But because my son is a little bit older and he doesn't usually get diaper rash anymore, I don't always need this. So this is one of those things that if I don't need it, I'll go ahead and grab my thicker diapers and put them in the Quick. But if I do need it, maybe I'll grab a Smart Bottoms diaper or any kind of thinner diaper that I might have in my collection. I get a lot of questions from cloth diapering moms about which holds more, the Jujubee Be Quick or the Logan and Lenora clutch. And I've always been curious about this myself. I've never actually sat down and done a comparison, so I thought today, as the fourth way, I would show you how all that stuff that was just in the Jujubee Be Quick fits inside of the Logan and Lenora clutch. And I have to go ahead and say, it fit better in here. So unlike the Be Quick, there is not an internal zipper pocket in the Logan and Lenora clutch, but they do have one here on the outside, and it's nice and stretchy, so it actually gives a little bit when you stick things in there. So that is where I have put my Jujubee wet bag. To be honest, I think it would have fit on the inside of the bag as well, but I just didn't really want to push it, and I wanted to use that front zipper pocket because why not? So here's the inside of the Logan and Lenora clutch, and I have it packed up exactly the same as I did the Jujubee Be Quick, with one exception. This time I do have my baby powder, but I was also able to fit my Grovia diaper balm. So if you need two thick diapers and your diaper balm, I definitely recommend the Logan and Lenora clutch instead of the Jujubee Be Quick. And once again, in there I am able to have my wipe pouch and those two really thick, bulky cloth diapers from Grovia and Rumparoos. All right, so the last way that I'm gonna show you for packing your cloth diapering gear inside of your diaper bag is in the PlanetWise Wet Dry Bag. Now, I really like packing this way because it eliminates the need for a separate wet bag, but the only problem is this is not going to fit very well in a smaller diaper bag like a Hobo Bee. It's gonna work a lot better in something like a Be Light or a Super Bee, or even like a Be Right Back or a BFF. Usually what I do is just fold it over like this and put it in my diaper bag. And when I do that, it's really not that much bigger than a Be Quick, to be honest. But when it spreads out, it is quite big, and it does get bigger throughout the day because it serves as your dry bag with all of your clean diapers and your wet bag with all of your dirty ones and potentially wet clothes and things like that. So if you don't know what a wet dry bag is, it's basically a bag that has a dry portion here on the front. So this has just got regular fabric in here. It's great for storing anything that is dry. And then in the top portion here, you have a very long zipper all the way across the top of the bag, and you have a PUL lined section here. And what this is for putting anything that might be wet or soiled, because this PUL lining is waterproof, water resistant. It keeps water from getting out of the bag and onto anything else that's in your diaper bag, which of course would not be very fun. So the great thing about a wet dry bag is you're able to keep all your dry stuff here in the front and then move it all to the back once it gets wet. So in here I have sitting right on top my Y pouch, of course. I'm able to fit both my baby powder and my diaper rash cream. And I have 2 cloth diapers in here as well. Usually what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put my son's change of clothes in the dry part as well, just because we do sometimes still have leaks, so it's nice to have that spare change of clothes in there as well. And then as we do diaper changes or as clothes become wet or soiled, we just move them from that front little pouch into the wet bag portion of the bag. And I can still keep all of my other diapering stuff here in the front and separate from the soiled and wet diapers in the wet part of the bag. Alright guys, so that was 5 ways to pack up different accessories for cloth diapering. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure you give it a like down below, and if you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing to this channel. If you have any questions or comments or ideas of your own, leave them in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye!